The next one is waveguide. The next topic is waveguide. The transmission line cannot propagate high range of frequencies in gigahertz due to skin effect. Waveguides are generally used to propagate microwave signals and they always operate beyond certain frequency, that is called cutoff frequency. Waveguides are generally used to propagate microwave signals and they always operate beyond certain frequencies, that is called cutoff frequency. So they behave as high pass filters. They behave as high pass filters. So these are the today's you need to remember list of contents. First one is waveguide. Second one is microwave components. Third one is waveguide cutoff frequency. Waveguide cutoff frequency basis. Next one. The next one is what is waveguide cutoff frequency. The waveguide is already discussed. Coming the microwave components. So we have different types of microwave components. First one is microwave resonator. Second one is rectangular waveguide cavity resonator. Quality factor of cavity resonator. Factors affecting the quality factor microstrip. Coming to first one, microwave resonator. They are used in many applications such as oscillators, filters, frequency meters, tuned amplifiers, and so on. And a microwave resonator is a metallic enclosure that confines electromagnetic energy and stored it inside a cavity that determines its equivalent capacitance and inductance. And the resonator has finite number of resonating modes and each mode corresponds to a particular resonant frequency. When the frequency of input signal equals to the resonant frequency, maximum amplitude of standing wave occurs and the peak energy stored in the electric and magnetic field are calculated. From that you need to remember 2 points. They are used in many applications such as oscillator, filters, frequency meters, tuned amplifiers, and so on. And a microwave resonator is a metallic enclosure that confines electromagnetic energy and stored it inside a cavity that determines its equivalent capacitance and inductance. Next one is rectangular waveguide cavity resonator. A resonator can be constructed from closed section of waveguide by shorting both ends, thus forming a closed path. And the cavity which stores the electromagnetic energy and the power can be dissipated in the metallic balls as well as the dielectric medium. And the more having lowest resonant frequency is called dominant mode. And for TE and TM, the dominant modes are TE is 101 or 10 and TM 11 or TM 110 respectively. Next, quality factor of cavity resonator. The quality factor Q is defined as the ratio of maximum energy stored per cycle to energy dissipated per cycle. The mathematical expression for quality factor of cavity resonator Q is equals to 2 pi into maximum energy stored per cycle divided by energy dissipated per cycle. Next, factors affecting the quality factor. The quality factor depends on 2 factors. The first one is lossy conducting wall and the second one is lossy dielectric medium. Coming the first one, lossy conducting wall. The quality factor of Q, a cavity with lossy conducting walls but losses dielectric medium, that is lambda suffix c is not equal to 0 and lambda is equals to, sigma is equals to 0. Sigma is not equals to infinity, sigma is equals to 0 for lossy conducting wall. Then the quality factor Q suffix c is equals to 2 omega naught into omega c, omega suffix e divided by P suffix c, whereas Omega naught is equals to resonant frequency, and omega suffix c is equals to stored electric energy, and P suffix c is equals to power loss in conducting walls. Next, lossy dielectric medium. The quality factor of a cavity with lossy dielectric medium but lossless conducting walls. That is sigma suffix c is equals to infinity. Sigma suffix c is not equals to 0. Therefore, the expression for lossy dielectric medium Q suffix d is equals to 2 omega naught into omega suffix c divided by P suffix d. Whereas omega naught is equals to resonant frequency, omega suffix c is equals to stored electric energy, and P suffix d is equals to power loss in dielectric medium. Next, microstrip. Microstrip transmission line is a kind of high-grade printed circuit construction consisting of a track of copper. There is a backplane on the other side of the insulating substrate formed from similar conductor. Microstrip is therefore a variant of two-wire transmission line. This is enough for microstrip. These 3 points you need to remember. And waveguide cutoff frequency. Waveguide cutoff frequency is an essential parameter for any waveguide. It does not propagate signals below this frequency. It is easy to understand and calculate with our equations. The cutoff frequency is the frequency below which the waveguide will not operate. Accordingly, it is essential that any signal required to pass through the waveguide do not extend closer to below the cutoff frequency. The waveguide cutoff frequency is therefore one of the major specifications associated with any waveguide product. Any waveguide product. The next one is waveguide cutoff frequency basics. Waveguides will only carry or propagate signals above a certain frequency is known as the cutoff frequency. Waveguides will only carry or propagate the signals above a certain frequency is known as cutoff frequency. Below this, the waveguides is not able to carry the signals. The cutoff frequency of the waveguide depends upon its dimensions. The cutoff frequency of the waveguide depends on its dimensions. Next, what is waveguide cutoff frequency? Although the exact mechanism from the cutoff frequency of a waveguide varying according to whether it is rectangular, circular, etc., a good visualization can be gained from this, and the signal can progress along a waveguide using a number of modes. However, the dominant mode is the one of that has the lowest cutoff frequency. So this is the second one.